Hello, this is Jane Gardner, and welcome to Solopreneur Success Strategies. Today, my little intro decided not to work, so let's just go back and try it out for a minute. This is janegardner.com and implement.com, and this is Mindset Monday. We're on Solopreneur Success Strategies, where we're talking all about your mindset as an entrepreneur. We've been talking about your fixed and your growth mindset, and today we're going to be talking about your employee versus your entrepreneur mindset because they are different, and you should consider how to change your mindset if you have an employee mindset in order to be an entrepreneur. So let's have a look at our presentation today, and let me just get this up and ready. And you can see who I am. I'm Jane Gardner. I work with my husband in our structural engineering firm for the last 20 years. And about 3 years ago, I went onto the internet to see if I could help others start their home business. So today we're talking about being an entrepreneur and having the mindset of an entrepreneur versus being an employee. I think I was an employee for about 3 years, and it is certainly a different way to work than it is to be an employer. Of other people, obviously, but to be an entrepreneur. So let's get started on that. So most entrepreneurs and small business owners started out their career, of course, working for a few years for someone else. Certainly you might have had a career for 5 years or 50 years before you decided to start your own business. Well, or you may even be working for someone else right now, and you struggle to start your own home business in your spare time. Well, you have to be aware that working for someone else is fundamentally different from working for yourself. There is an employee mindset and an entrepreneur mindset, and they are markedly different. If you have been working for many years for someone else, you may not realize that there is a difference in mindset. The longer you've worked as an employee, the harder it is to change this mindset and start thinking like an entrepreneur. However, the employee mindset may not serve you well as a business owner. In fact, it can work against you to guarantee your success and that your business will never reach fruition. I'm still sick. As an employee, it is easy to blame others in an organization for responding too slowly, for missing an opportunity, for making a mistake, for not being where you should be in your business. As an entrepreneur, of course, you are solely responsible for all things good or bad in your business. So entrepreneurs create something from nothing with freedom to chart their own path, to make their own mistakes, and to, of course, to have your own successes, and to change your path if you find that you are stuck into a failure mode, for example. You are the sole creator of that destiny as an entrepreneur. As an employee, you are likely responsible for delivering tasks that have certain outputs or accomplishing short-term goals. You know what the measure is for the success for whether it's a short-term goal or for a task, but you are likely not responsible for the overall success, for the long-term goals of the company, or even for the major movement in the company in success, for increasing revenue, for having ideas for increasing the revenue and creating ideas for the increasing revenue, etc. You as an employee are just delivering on your tasks that you are given. As an entrepreneur, you have to focus on both short-term and long-term goals and have a vision for the company so that you know which direction you are heading. As an employee, you likely did not make decisions that had the biggest impact to your company's bottom line. You probably, as I mentioned, just did tasks and had short-term goals that you had to accomplish that the company tells you that you have to do. Also, you likely had a team of other people who also assisted you in making those decisions, in working on the short-term goals, or completing tasks. There was a team of you. For the entrepreneur, discomfort is the new reality. You are the one. You don't have all the answers, and you likely need to make quick decisions with very little input from others because, of course, you're probably a solopreneur. As an employee, you had a narrow scope in terms of your job. You knew what your role was, you knew what your responsibilities were, you know what the short-term goals are for your job, and you accomplish them to your success or failure. Any training you completed likely was directly related to your role in the job. Whereas an entrepreneur, you have to wear many hats. You have to be a project manager. You have to know something about sales. You have to know about finance. You have to know about marketing. You have to know about IT, technology, as well as knowing about it. Of course, you have to do it. If you're a solopreneur and you don't have the finances to hire others to do these work, you have to learn very quickly how to do some of these jobs yourself. So, yeah, as a solopreneur, you have to wear many hats. As an employee, you towed the line, following orders from above. You weren't expected to give input and give advice on what you thought was the best way to do a job. You were just told what to do was your job, and to succeed was to do your job as you were told. It was not to be innovative. As an entrepreneur, you aren't interested in the status quo. You are interested in success, in increasing your bottom line, in moving forward in your business. You want to increase your revenue at all times and increase the success of your business. You're always looking for ways to improve your business. You're always looking for ways to improve yourself. And you're always looking for information on ways to improve yourself, as well as learning about many things that you might need to know in order to do your business successfully. As I mentioned in the mindset of the traits of the entrepreneur, as an entrepreneur, you always have to be willing to learn and be open to learn new things. These are some of the key differences between the employer and the entrepreneur mindset. If you feel that you don't have some of the entrepreneur mindset mentioned here, that maybe you're stuck into the employee mindset, then you have to start thinking about new ways to think and new ways to train your brain. Next week, we will also look at the small business owner mindset versus the entrepreneur mindset. Believe it or not, even a small business owner can have a mindset that gets stuck, and you should be willing to know what these issues are for small business owners so that you can, of course, get out of those issues and become an entrepreneur instead. In the meantime, you can check out Develop Your Success Mindset at http://jgtips.com/s mindset and get a free ebook with trainings on how to have a success mindset of the entrepreneur. As you can see from this discussion, besides having an issue with a fixed versus a growth mindset, you have to be aware whether or not you have an employee mindset or an entrepreneurial mindset. And next week, we'll be looking at a small business owner and how they might be different from the mindset of the entrepreneur. Because at all times, if you want to be an entrepreneur, you have to be able to have a growth mindset. And one of the issues, of course, with being an employee is that you are told what to do, what your responsibilities are, what your job is, what your short-term goals are, and it is easily measured and by others. and they certainly do not allow you to innovate into the business. So that's all for now. That's what we're going to call our employee versus the business entrepreneur mindset. And next week we'll be doing small business owner versus an entrepreneur mindset. Because at all times we need to be in action and moving forward in our business and having growth. Thank you.